Hey, what's up, everyone? My last video was, in a way, an experiment. Now, that's not to say that the video was not sincere. I wasn't just doing this to fuck with people. I wasn't just spouting opinions off and, it's just all fucking bullshit. But, it was an experiment in a way. And I set it up in three ways to kind of, and I'll explain in a minute, but I set it up in three ways. Number one, I talked about MRAs first. Number two, I titled the video with MRAs in it. Number three, I made sure I was able to see the kind of reaction I would get. Now, the reason I did this is because I've noticed that anytime you really talk about MRAs, like I've noticed this on Facebook, on like certain people's, like in conversation, every time you talk about MRAs, they always bring up the TFL. Now, if you guys don't know what that is, it stands for Total Fucking Losers. Actually, no, I'm just making that up. It actually stands for True Force Loners. Now, this is a group who thinks that there's basically a conspiracy to prevent them from getting laid. I'm not making this up. They were, I wouldn't say they were like popular a few years ago, but they were more talked about a couple of years back. And one of these guys I found, his name was Raven Gage Smith, and he had a few accounts, and I found them, and, the shit that he spouted, he took down all of his channels and his videos, to the best of my knowledge, at least the ones that I knew about, they're not there anymore, and I don't know if he has a new account or not, but I did videos to, like, every fucking one of his that I could find. Now, they were a little uncalled for on my part, and I admit that, and that's one of the reasons I took all those videos down. I was making fun of his speech impediment, which that was a real dick move on my part, and I shouldn't have done that. That was really fucked up. And I think everyone just kind of got tired of it, and I kind of got tired of it too. I was kind of having fun poking fun at the guy because he is an asshole, and he's one of these people who thinks that, women, if they were smart, they'd be fucking guys like him. And the thing is, this guy is no fucking prize. He's a douchebag. He's an asshole. He thinks that women, should be in the kitchen, and like he actually said that like women's job is basically to cook and make babies. And a few people made parodies of that, and yeah, it was dickish on my part. A few other people I think had classier responses than I did, and I admit that. That being said, I did my videos to Raven Gage, and the TFL seemed to have like, I wouldn't say like a network. I would say like they're more like they were friends with each other. Like they all kind of like knew each other. They would all give each other shout outs. And there were a lot of people like this, and I discovered a few of them, and then I kind of lost interest. So, I stopped talking about it. But like I said, they were all like kind of friends, and it seemed like they all knew each other. At least through the internet. But in those Raven Gage Smith videos, I got almost no fucking hate for those. None of these fuckers were going after me. They weren't, going to my video and just giving it thumbs down. I think the thumbs down, it was from people who were subscribed to me, and they were just kind of like, yeah, okay, we get it. And like I said, I was a little too full of piss and vinegar at that time, but as soon as I did videos against Pine Grove 33, as soon as I fucking did that, that's when the fucking floodgates came open. The first one got a lot of fucking hate, and like I said, the three videos I did to him got more thumbs down than I think I've ever gotten. And I had some videos, like after the whole Tam Tam Pamela versus Thunderfoot thing, I did a video, and it was pretty much right when it happened, and a lot of people were fucking looking for that shit. They saw my video, a lot of people thumbed it down because, I was, bitching about Thunderfoot, because anytime you bitch about, someone that they like, then, somehow they find your fucking video, they thumb it down, they fucking just badmouth the shit out of you. Same, when Coughlin was bad-mouthing Pat Condell, and, with the Thunderfoot thing, I got a lot of thumbs down, but I got a lot of support, too. A lot of people realized at that point, this motherfucker just thinks he should be, like, a YouTube god. He should be an atheist god to us, and we all need to listen to him. Anyhow, I did those videos that got a lot of fucking hate. So, I wanted to see what kind of fucking response I would get from these assholes, because a few of them even fucking admitted they didn't watch the entire video. They said, oh, I stopped watching it, like this, at this time, because you said, MRAs are like Nazis, which I didn't say that, and that's going to come up, but I got a lot of fucking thumbs down, and I was looking at the responses, and a lot of times I was accused of, like, straw manning, which is like, okay, can you point out any straw man arguments I made? Can you do that? And no one responded. They just said, oh, you're mischaracterizing things, which No, I'm not. That's the thing. I love when people think I'm mischaracterizing shit or, like, I'm just making something up. Like, I just create a fucking fictional person to make arguments against. I get that a lot on my fucking Illuminati's bullshit videos. People are like, you don't know what you're talking about. You never did this. Okay, actually, yeah, all the shit I mentioned was shit that was either said to me by a person in real life or shit that I've read that these assholes say, or it's shit that I got in comments or PMs. So, no, I'm not just making this shit up. You can go to the Pine Grove 33 videos. Just put in Pine Grove 33 on my channel, and 2 of them will pop up. Like I said, I took down the first one because I got a copyright notice. Didn't want to dick around with that. But I was also accused of circular logic, which is bullshit because the fact is, had these idiots actually watched the entire video, because I know, like, a lot of my subscribers, the ones who, like, you know, they respect my opinion, like, okay, yeah, that's, you know, even if they disagree, they know that they can say, actually, you're wrong on this. And I'll be cool with that. I'm not going to be pissed off and block them and say, fuck you. I think they watched it to the end, but a lot of these fuckers, it's like, did they not realize? And I knew that they would do this. I knew it for a fucking fact. Like I said, I set it up that fucking way. I knew that they would not watch until the end of the video where I attack just about every fucking group who does this. I attack feminists for that. They said, oh, you know, radical feminists, say this and this and this. Yeah, exactly. And I fucking mentioned that in the goddamn video. I mentioned Nuclear Knight saying that every fucking man is a rapist. Okay, that's fucked up. And I think she was raped herself. And it's like, yeah, I feel bad. That sucks. However, that doesn't give her the fucking right to turn around and act as if every fucking man is a rapist. That's not the fucking case. But like I said, I knew they wouldn't get to that fucking point. But, I'll get onto this. I got a comment from a guy. Because I did make the comparison between what I hear them saying and white supremacists. And some people, oh, we're not Nazis. I didn't say you were. I said the arguments are similar. Now, one guy, I didn't write this down, I should have. He basically said, I'm betraying my sex by saying this. Okay? Again, I've heard a similar fucking argument when I say that I don't think that whites are, you know, being systematically wiped out. Where, you know, it's basically every fucking minority against whites. They think that the world would be better off because someone said, like, oh, some feminists think that the world would be better without men. Oh, really? Well, then the world wouldn't fucking exist. We couldn't procreate. So you're a fucking idiot if you actually take some of these fucking morons' word for it. And if they believe that, they're just as fucking stupid as you. But I'm betraying, I guess, my sex and my race, because I've been accused of that too, because I don't give a fuck. I'll do videos towards people who, I don't care if they have a huge fucking following. If they're fucking wrong, they're fucking wrong. I've done videos to the Amazing Atheist. Original Savage chick, she had a huge fucking following, so some asshole was trying to call me out, and I just kind of played around with him, because he's a fucking idiot, you know, denying the Holocaust, saying, you know, Jews do this and Jews do that. But I've been accused of all of this. So, the thing is, yeah, that's the same fucking argument right there. Kind of weird. But also, it doesn't, because, like I said, I knew that they wouldn't watch until, you know, they would stop watching at a certain point in the video. I knew that. And I just wanted to see, like, the responses I got, see, like, if the time that had gone by was actually sufficient to actually, you know, put a comment. Like, you watched the video, you thought about it, then you put a comment. In fact, there was one guy on my second and third Pine Grove 33 videos, he started commenting, and then, a couple minutes later, he put a comment on the next one, and I actually called him out, like, you didn't even have enough fucking time to watch this, and he knew he was fucking caught. I'm like, you didn't watch my fucking video. You did not listen to my fucking arguments, and that's another reason why I'm basically saying they're like white supremacists. They're not. I mean, like, Pine Grove 33 on his channel actually says he thinks racism sucks. And I think, you know, that's admirable. I mean, I think most people today are at least not that racist. Some people may, well, blacks still do this. But, and I've heard that from time to time, but it seems like the majority of the people I know, either on the internet or in real life, they're not really keen on racism. But, so I'm not saying they are white supremacists. I just said they're a similar fucking group. It just, they picked a different boogeyman. You know, white supremacists say it's, you know, all the minorities, and it's liberals, and all these other fucking people. And MRAs say it's women. Or it's, actually, I shouldn't say women, feminists. And manginas, and the left wing. Which, someone in the comments section, because, you know, I said in my last video that, you know, I've never met any of their left wing, and someone in the comments section, like, well, they're not necessarily right wing. Really? what the fuck ever. But the thing is, no matter what evidence you bring up, it seems like it doesn't fucking matter. Like, what kind of evidence you bring up, like, here's why I think this. They don't want to fucking hear it. They don't want to. It's the same with, like, fringe elements. I'll leave some links in the description. I forget who challenged who to a debate. I believe it was Fringe Elements challenging the Skeptical Heretic to a debate about race and IQ and things like this. And the Skeptical Heretic was, I could tell he was just like, fine, I'll fucking do it. He fucking annihilated him. Even though it seemed like Skep wasn't even all there. He was just kind of like when he'd bring up a fucking point, like, here's why your fucking point's dead. Boom. You want to go to closing arguments? And oh, no, I have plenty of other stuff. And then eventually Skep's just like, fuck this. I don't want to talk about this shit anymore because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And, Skep after that, got a bunch of, hate videos and, people, like, a couple kids fucking threaten his life. Of course, because, if you can't really, like, come up with an argument, make threats. In fact, that, came up before with the Pinegrove 33 shit. Like, he could kick your ass. He's 6'3", 250, he's a bodybuilder. I'm like, god damn, dude, how big's his fucking dick? Whatever. And the thing is, MRAs essentially are a fucking hate group. I don't think they should be classified as like a terrorist organization or anything like that, but no, they are a fucking hate group. If you don't agree with them, you're not a real man. Even though it's, like I said in the last video, it's kind of weird that, I don't support MRAs, but, Pinegrove is getting all pissed off, which someone tried to defend this, and I might touch on this in a second. The video where he was like, I'm not a rapist. No shit. No one, who's calling you a fucking rapist? And I guarantee you there is some fucking small group of radical feminists who say he's a fucking rapist. He probably is. I wouldn't put it past him. And I don't think he is. There's no evidence to say he's a fucking rapist. So I'm going to give him that. I'm going to say, yeah, there's no evidence to say he's a rapist. I'm not going to assume he is. But why is it that he's defending all men? I thought that the men who didn't agree with him were manginas. Kind of funny that. But it's just, what the fuck is wrong with these guys? Like, but, anyway, with the, like, defense of Pinegrove 33 on the rape thing, it's like, well, I think he's talking about, like, men are characterized. No, they didn't say men do that. Like, all men do this. Like, hey, all men do this. We all need to stop it. No, they didn't say that. They said there is a problem with child prostitution, with child slavery. It exists. Is it a huge industry? No, it's not. But it happens. Just like child pornography. If you guys do any kind of research on Anonymous, there are a few, like, the people who are in Anonymous who, they got onto the dark net, which is basically, like, an internet, like, that's kind of hidden. Like, you have to really be able to know what you're doing. Like, my brother knows how to. A few other people I know of know how to get to the dark net. But it was basically meant for kind of like, journalists in countries that stifle journalism, and they, can't put the facts. So this is a way for them to get out their message to other people around the world, like, here's what's really fucking going on, and it was harder to find them. However, of course, what's going to happen? You're going to have people with child pornography and Anonymous. They were, like, publishing, like, some of these fucking names of these people, and I guess they had found, like, some of the people who run these sites, and were calling them out. And they had a lot of fucking members. Does that mean all men look at child pornography? No. Most men think it's fucking disgusting. Myself included, I guess I should say, or else I'm accused of, I might be accused of that. But most men don't look at that. But it is something that is still happening. This exploitation is still going on. So for him to get pissed off that this group is saying, this is a problem, we should probably take care of it. We need to, try to do something. Why don't we have a campaign? To make this issue come to light. Why is that a fucking problem? Don't try to defend him. He was getting pissed off. It's like, okay, so men never rape. Men never fuck kids. It does happen. But then again, some women fuck kids, and I brought this up. There are teachers who fuck their students. Okay, there you go. It happens. And they're making light of it. They're not covering it up. So that's another fucking thing that the MRA's like, they're bitching. It's like, what the fuck? Like, these teachers, they're fucking called out. They're fucking prosecuted. And, yeah, so it's not like they just swept it under the fucking rug. But I'll mention this. I got a comment. It's a new subscriber, and I forget the fucking name. But he was saying, like, oh, this guy, he's going to start trying to call you out on things like, name something good that feminism has done. like he did to me. Well, I can name something good feminism. Women's suffrage. There you go. Women can now vote. That's a good thing, right? But I can ask the same fucking thing, like, what have the MRAs done? But beyond that, name some fucking laws that restrict men, that say, men can't. The only thing I could really think of, like, that's kind of an established law, even though some people are trying to change it, and not the way that the MRAs, probably want, but men don't have the right, like, if you get a girl pregnant, you don't have a right, as a man, even though it's your child, to say, I don't think you should get an abortion. And I can kind of see both sides of the story. I mean, overall, I think I'm going to agree with the woman, because it is her fucking body. The man could just be like, yeah, I mean, I'll take care of the kid when it comes out, but for these fucking 9 months, you got to carry it around. You have to eat more. You're going to experience, all the fucking physical changes. You're going to experience the fucking morning sickness and the pain, all this. But overall, yeah, I'll take care of the kid if you don't want it, whether you want it or not. So I can see both fucking sides, but are there any, like, issues that the MRAs have brought up that, really made a change? No, there aren't. Not that I can fucking think of, because there aren't fucking laws that say men can't do this. And someone brought up in the comment section who it was more or less, like, supporting me, like, yeah, there are some issues where men, yeah, I think that we should, and I agree, like, if a woman, because I heard a story, a guy I used to work with, he was at his brother's house, and his wife, she was pissed off at him, so she, literally took her fucking face and smashed it into the banister for the staircase, bloodied up her face, and she said, now I'm calling the cops and saying you did it. And even though there were 2 people there, like, he didn't do this, she did that to herself. She literally put her face into it. The cops are like, well, honestly, I seriously doubt that happened, even though there are 2 witnesses that said I didn't do it. But, there was a conflict of interest. The cops had to make a judgment call on that. And there wasn't a real history of that. So, is that fucked up that they took the woman's word for it? Yes, but in more cases than not, it is the man beating the woman. And does that suck? Yeah. Like, even, like, my wife, if she has, like, a little fucking bump on her head, people are probably thinking, he's beating her. And then he's going to beat me. Oh my god! Okay, I'm not going to finish that fucking reference, but, they might assume that I'm beating her, even though I don't touch her. I don't fucking beat my wife. I don't find really any reason to. Yeah, she pisses me off sometimes, but goddamn, I mean, it's not something that's, that fucking meaningful that I feel like I have to get physical with her. She's not threatening to get physical with me. But, the fact is, MRAs are fucking punks, okay? That's all they are. And it seems like they just want to go back to a time when women were basically the property of men. Like, it was all about the man. Like, don't question him. He's fucking smarter than you. And I think that they don't like the fact that a lot of women are fucking smart. And are there feminists who are just absolute fucking cunts about everything? They think that everything is just about men's hatred towards women. Yeah, of course there are. And I'm not going to deny that. It's fucked up and it's bullshit. However, it's not in as many cases as these fuckers like to think. And they even have to concede some of these fucking points. Like the one guy, which, by the way, I mentioned the guy who said, it's common knowledge that women win like 70% of custody cases. So cite your fucking source. And then, well, there are laws being passed, and I'm actually surprised it's... Okay, then shut the fuck up. You've got nothing. And I was just tired of dealing with this fucking stupid ass. Because, like, give me some fucking coherent answers. Back up your fucking claims. Or, fuck you. I don't want to talk to you anymore. It's the same with these fucking idiots. Like, the Illuminati is fucking real, you idiot. Prove it. Give me some fucking sources. Well, and the one thing he said, the guy who I blocked on my Pine Grove video, it's like, I've shown you the path. You know how many fucking times I've heard that from so many different fucking people? I've heard that shit from many people. From fucking conservatives. Like, I've shown you the path. Okay, yeah, and I still don't fucking agree with you. I've heard that shit with the Illuminati bullshit. I've shown you the path to this, now find the truth. Okay, and I've tried to look for it, and guess what? I've concluded it doesn't fucking exist. I've seen the same shit from Christians, from ultra-feminists, from ultra-liberals. I've heard this shit so many fucking times. On so many of my goddamn videos about whatever. And I've heard that shit in real life, too. So it's like, you know what? I've shown you the fucking path. Why don't you stop being pissed off and stop making yourself out to be a fucking victim and live your fucking life? Instead of bitching about how some secret group is fucking you over. And I know some people might think that's hypocritical because I bitch. And no, I'm saying, yeah, there are people who are fucking stupid. And they're not voting for their best interests. And they're voting for people who they know are going to fuck them over. And they don't care. For some reason, they justify in their fucking head. And I think that's stupid. I'm not saying it's stupid to be a conservative. Or it's stupid to have a different political belief than me. But at least have some fucking reason to back it up. But they don't. No, see, we're being fucked. The liberals are fucking us over. In what way? And they really don't give an answer. You know, that's happened so many times on my last video. Back it up. They won't do it. They can't do it. So it's like, well, then why the fuck should I take your word for it? You know, you're obviously closed fucking minded. You know, it's like the fucking Holocaust deniers. All the evidence backs it up. Yet they still want to fucking deny it. They still want to feel like it's the Jews fucking everyone over. You know, the MRAs, they, you know, no matter what evidence comes out says, no, the fact is that, you know, women aren't trying to kill off the male sex. They still want to believe it. No, see, no. See, they've made up their fucking minds. It's like every other fucking extremist group. They want to be fucking victims. You know, that goes for just about every fucking one. You know, vegetarians, you know, Onision, you know, it's like, oh, people judge me on that. Yeah, because you judged them first, you fucking asshole. MRAs, well, women think this. Yeah, because you're saying this fucking horrible shit about them. Why shouldn't they think bad shit about you? Every other fucking group is guilty of this too. And it's so fucking, it's pussified. It really is. It's fucking pussified to think that there's someone out there to get you, to take your shit, to take away your fucking rights, when there's no evidence to say that. You know, most of us that are watching this live in the fucking United States. There are laws set up, and it's meant to be equal. But you want to fucking argue that's not? Well, you better fucking back up your goddamn case, or else I'm just gonna fucking say, well, you're just like the rest of these fucking assholes. You know, you're just like the rest of them, that you just want to feel like a victim. And that's all there is to it. So anyway, this is Bad 5, and I'll see you guys next video.